Hello, my name is Christian Rosado, and today I will be talking about the ICE operations that happened in Los Angeles' Fashion District. They happened January 15th, 2026. The sociological perspective I chose was conflict theory. I chose it because this deals with power, authority, and inequality. But before I explain how conflict theory connects to this event, I first want to explain what conflict theory means. Society is not always equal or fair. Groups compete for power, money, opportunities, resources. Powerful institutions have more control over laws. Less powerful groups may struggle to be heard, be seen, or just in general overcome. Uh, Conflict theory makes us ask who has the power, who benefits, and who is affected the most. Um, Now that I've explained a little bit of conflict theory, I do want to go over what happened during the operations. The federal immigration agents entered the fashion district armed, masked. They were in unmarked vehicles. People were frightened. Some businesses closed. Workers and customers were just afraid to return. Operations affected more than people being investigated. And when we look closer at what happened, we can clearly see the difference in power between the two sides. The power difference is that ICE has the government authority. They have weapons, funding, vehicles, legal support. Uh, the workers and local residents do not have the power. Even citizens and legal residents may feel afraid or powerless. This is where conflict theory really connects to this event. I mean, if you see the two, one side is obviously greater than the other, and it's not right, honestly. This imbalance of power also connects with me personally because of my background and where I grew up. Uh, I am Mexican American, born here in East Los Angeles. I was born and raised in East Los Angeles. Uh, and I understand how fear can spread through these Latino communities. One operation can affect families, neighbors, employees, customers, and businesses in general. I mean, people lose money, customers don't come back, some businesses close. To me, this is just not something happening on the news. It affects communities like the ones I grew up in, reminds me of home. It also connects with the issue because of the people I've worked alongside through my whole life. Um, I worked in construction for over 15 years, and now I work in hospitality and in healthcare, where I still work beside many immigrants. They work long hours and support their families. Uh, Fear may cause people to miss work, which means lose income. Businesses may lose workers and customers because people aren't showing up to work for the fear of ICE having to come to raid. Um, Even with my personal connection to this issue, I understand that it is important to look at both sides fairly. I can't just be on one side and say this is the only right side. Government has a responsibility to enforce laws, but enforcement should still involve fairness, accountability. My main thing is respect. They should, not just throw people on the floor, not just pepper spray people or, any of that. Conflict theory examines how authority is used. Certain communities may experience more disruption than others. Um, you don't hear about ICE going to Beverly Hills. You don't hear about ICE going to Bel Air. You always hear them going, into East Los Angeles. You hear about them going into Compton, all the low income cities. When I put all these points together, it becomes clear why conflict theory is the best way to analyze this event. My event shows an imbalance of power easily. A powerful government institution versus the working Latino class, or not just Latino class. It can be any other immigrant class. Um, the effects go beyond one person. It impacts families, jobs, businesses, the community's trust. Conflict theory helps us explain why people protest and demand answers. uh, I know we've seen a lot of protesting going up and down the streets. It causes a lot of conflict. Um, but conflict theory helped me see that this was not only an immigration operation; it was also an example of how power and inequality can affect an entire community.